The inner workings of contract negotiations often remain opaque, but a recent revelation regarding Ellie De La Cruz and the Cincinnati Reds has pulled back the curtain, confirming the generational talent is betting on himself.
It has been disclosed that the Reds proactively approached their young shortstop last spring with what would have been the largest contract extension in franchise history. Nick Craw, the Reds' president of baseball operations, confirmed the outreach, stating, "We aimed for a contract extension during 2025 spring training. That offer would have been the highest in club history." We have not had further discussions concerning that offer. The franchise benchmark the Reds were seeking to eclipse belongs to Joey Votto, who inked a landmark deal in 2012, 10 years for $225 million. While the exact terms offered to De La Cruz remain confidential, we can surmise the Reds placed a figure higher than Votto's record on the table, a massive commitment to a player still under team control. Yet, despite the historic nature of the proposition, negotiations stalled, and the offer was ultimately rebuffed. What makes this situation particularly intriguing is the context of the negotiations. It was revealed that De La Cruz battled a lingering left thigh injury through the latter half of the previous season. This injury was serious enough to necessitate his withdrawal from the World Baseball Classic. Initially slated to join the Dominican Republic's star-studded roster, his participation was canceled following consultations with the club. From the player's perspective, the timing of the contract offer, juxtaposed with the WBC withdrawal, raises questions of trust and conflicting priorities. It creates an undeniable tension. The team is demanding long-term security from the player's career, yet simultaneously limiting his participation in a major international event, ostensibly to protect their investment. While player protection is paramount, the optics of the club denying him the chance to represent his country, especially after he reportedly fought through injury for the team, may have soured the atmosphere surrounding extension talks. The refusal of a franchise record deal is a strong statement. It suggests that De La Cruz and his representation, likely the influential Scott Boras, believe his ceiling dramatically exceeds even the high watermark set by a player like Votto, especially given the rapid escalation of MLB salaries. Consider the current market dynamics. 4 years ago, Votto's contract was staggering. Today, while still significant, it does not represent the top tier of player valuation for elite young talent. When you see what established superstars like Aaron Judge secured, a $360 million deal over 9 years, which at the time was only the third largest total contract, it underscores how quickly the financial landscape shifts. For a young, high-ceiling shortstop, waiting for free agency in 2029 seems less risky than accepting a deal based on today's valuations. Shortstops, in particular, command premiums due to the scarcity of elite defensive ability combined with offensive prowess. The average annual value for top players continues to soar. For a dynamic player who has the potential to be a perennial MVP candidate, accepting an extension that buys out 6 or 7 years of future free agency for anything less than a market-shattering number would be leaving hundreds of millions of dollars on the table. This is where the expertise of Scott Boras comes into play. Boras is famously known for advising clients to bet on their talent and reach free agency. While some players, such as Eugenio Suarez with the Mariners, have opted to cut ties with Boras to secure early extensions, those cases are rare exceptions. As long as De La Cruz maintains his current trajectory, the path suggested by his agent will almost certainly be to continue playing out his team control years, reaching FA at the optimal time when he can command the highest possible salary in the open market. The destination speculation following this refusal has been swift and focused. The recurring question among observers is, where is he looking to go? The prevailing sentiment quickly circled back to the Los Angeles Dodgers, largely due to the presence of Shohei Ohtani. The allure of joining a team with limitless resources and a guaranteed shot at winning the World Series annually cannot be overstated.
We have seen cautionary tales of elite talent, such as Mike Trout, who signed massive deals but found their careers often sidelined from October baseball due to the competitive weaknesses of their organization.
For a young player, the opportunity to play meaningful baseball deep into the season and potentially alongside the greatest baseball player in the world is a powerful motivating factor that transcends money alone. The narrative that De La Cruz actively desires to play with Shohei Ohtani has gained traction, fueled by reports that he is even studying Japanese. Whether this is true or simply high-level fan speculation, it reflects a palpable sentiment. Top talent wants to gravitate toward the best environment, and right now, the Dodgers represent the pinnacle of that ecosystem.
A move to LA, whether through trade or future FA, is seen as the ultimate power move, a chance to align himself with the unicorn and pursue championships. Beyond the contract negotiations and the superstar appeal, a candid assessment of De La Cruz's current skill set is necessary.
He is a truly electric player, still only 24 years old, possessing the rare combination of elite speed, raw power, and an arm that registers among the best in baseball, a genuine five-tool threat.
He is the type of player that generates excitement every time he steps onto the field. However, his game remains undeniably raw. His aggressive approach at the plate leads to high strikeout rates and inconsistencies in hitting.
While he excels at shortstop for the Reds, his current defensive prowess and overall utility suggest he could potentially thrive in the outfield, capitalizing on his speed and cannon arm.
The Reds have kept him in the infield, primarily at shortstop or third base, due to their needs. But a team with greater infield depth, like the Dodgers, might utilize him in a more flexible role. If De La Cruz were to join the Dodgers, the presence of Mookie Betts and other high-caliber players provides the stability needed for him to refine his craft without immediate pressure to be the cornerstone. The Dodgers already have an elite infield, but Betts, while extraordinary, will not be at shortstop forever.
De La Cruz could potentially be seen as the ultimate successor to Betts, both in position and in leadership capacity, solidifying the team's core for the 2030s. Ultimately, De La Cruz's decision to reject the Reds' offer is a testament to his confidence in his future performance. He is betting that with further refinement and growth, his value will only multiply. While the Dodgers' speculation is strong, driven by both his visible admiration for Ohtani and the club's championship aspirations, the core financial decision is sound.
Any agent would advise a generational talent to wait for the FA market to fully maximize his earnings. For now, the focus shifts back to the field.
If De La Cruz can curb his aggression, improve his plate discipline, and maintain his physical health over the next few seasons, he will undoubtedly command a contract that will make the Reds' initial historic offer seem like a mere stepping stone. He has the potential to be one of the few young players who might eclipse Shohei Ohtani's salary on a future deal, purely based on the long-term commitment required.
The next 4 years promise a dramatic build-up to what could be one of the most hotly contested free agency periods of the 2029-2030 offseason.